Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 4 of Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Let's get back into it. So, where do you want to go now? I don't really want to do Stormfoot Catacombs. The boss there isn't too bad, but it can be a bit annoying. Coastal Cave is definitely no-no. Up here is some Kaidens, which are also no-no. There is a Knight's Cavalry here, which might not be too bad. Knight's Cavalry, not too bad to fight. And there is also the tutorial down here that we do need to do as well. I think we'll head off that way. And it's a rainy day in Limgrave. Or is it night? I can't tell. And I believe actually when we were last over this area, we didn't go over here because of the bats. So we can actually just take a quick detour over here. And hear the screams of the anguished. And take out some other little minor enemies that we didn't get a chance to take out before. I don't know why the screaming just always cracks me up. It always just sounds so artificial. I don't know where the tree signal is, so... I am stealth. Where's a box for me to hide in? We're dead. Yeah. You get grabbed by one of these bats, you're dead. Done. This low level, it is just instant death. Bats are really annoying. Hence why I just tended... Hence why I ignored them when I first got to this area, because I knew they would just be a pain. And you can certainly see why. They just swarm you, and they have a lot more health on Master Mode. So trying to take them out quickly just isn't feasible. You just can't, because they fly around so much. Really? And look, okay, I don't really fight them on the ground too much, but like, they can't be stun locked when they're just bats. Like, I don't know, that seems a little bit weird. I feel like I should be able to stun lock a bat, and I shouldn't get bitten to death by him, because I'm trying to R1 spam to kill them quickly before the other one decides to kill me. Jesus, man. Right, I got one in the Codex, which is what I needed. Oh, man. I'm losing so many runes as well. This is an issue early on, because you can't craft the storage runes, and that's like the big defense to rune loss that people always bring up is, oh, you can just craft runes to store them. No, you fucking can't early on. And if you're trying to save up 6,000, it takes a lot of fucking enemies to kill to get there. And I'm losing so many runes trying to kill fucking bats because they're just so annoying to fight. They're either swarming me, or doing nothing, or doing that shit and hitting me behind my guard. Can you not lose lock on? Oh my god, I'm getting so mad. And they're another one of these enemies that just loves to back it up. Every enemy in Elden Ring just loves backing it up. I don't know why every enemy in Elden Ring loves backing it up, but they do. Okay, well I got 200 runes extra, so... Eh! So now that we've spent the first 5 minutes dying to bats, let's go fight more bats. I need some armor, man. Which is why I want to go to the tutorial, is because I do get a set of armor at the end. It's not the best armor, but it's armor. You know, let's make use of our bow a bit more. Why not? These enemies are annoying. They get the bow. Why did it take 2 shots to kill one of these dudes? Oh no. I also saw a dragonfly. Ah. Yeah, you can't hit dragonflies when they're doing the I'm gonna attack you thing. It's really weird. I'm not too sure why there's a thing. That's from base Elden Ring. Like, that's not a Reforged specific issue. A lot of issues that I have with Reforged are just vanilla issues. And yeah, dragonflies are just one of those annoying enemies. Actually, we need to hop on Torrent. I wonder if I should pull out another Torrent reskin again. I remember doing that when I was streaming. I'd use Torrent reskins to, just differentiate the series. I could do that, actually. And then we're going to head over here after getting those feats. Mind the camera wanting to throw us off the edge. And I don't know where all the rune pieces are, by the way. Like, there are just tons of them. I know where a lot of them are in the early areas, because I've played a lot of early game Reforged, and I've started saves and not continued them. Because with obviously the slower playstyle I have, I burn out a lot faster if I'm not really in the mood for Elden Ring, and I think I am. So, yeah, I've had a lot of early game runs, so I've had a lot of chance to explore these early areas and find all the rune pieces. There we go. Another turtle, another death. Likely dog? No, likely dead. Ah, this section's fun. There are like 6 bats here or something. There's 3 up there and then 2 here. Yeah, it's 5, not 6. Fucking run! And that's part of Master Mode, it's just how easily enemies aggro onto you. Like, trying to take out enemies one by one is really difficult if there's no way to stealth them. I didn't come here to play a fucking arcade shooter with the sideways moving bats. Yeah, bats also have the small hitbox problem, because they are just small enemies, so sometimes they will just miss you entirely, and you'll end up getting hit because you were trying to deflect the first attack, and you get hit by the second attack. Just the nature of the game. We do all of that, by the way, for a Golden Route 200. I'd love Elden Ring Reforged to do just like a basic loot pass and just replace some of these like really stingy Golden Route 200s with just something else, anything else, because they are just, it's just, I don't know, they feel bad. Because you can just get Golden Route 200s from those skulls, so like, what's the point? Keep holding out for that 6,000. We'll get there. Full damage still feels weird. He's got golden eyes. Ooh. He's gonna be worth a little bit of change then. Just take it nice and slow. Okay, I don't know what happened to my block at one point there. Fuck this. 750. Nice. And this will be another place where I will want a parry shield. Because we have an Alabaster Lord. Thanks, Lock On. If he charged me there, I might have died. Okay, I think I'm doing the parries a bit too late. Okay, cool. Thanks, game. Yeah. I'm so used to my buckler parries that, trying to get used to regular parries is difficult. Also, make sure you jump directly on Spirit Spring. For a reason, I think Reforged made it so that if you don't, you will just die. You don't have the big distance anymore for some reason. There we go. Yeah, right as I see the attack seems to be the idea. Look at this guy's health though, like, my god, man. Whatever he's been eating, need to eat that, because makes you skinny but nice and strong. Oh, he's got a smidge of health left. Boop. Alabaster Lore. He gets his Gravitas and Magnetic Ore. Magnetic Ore is good for Shimmering Substance, so the magic substance. Also Starry Amalgam as well. So it is a new item. So there's your lore. It's, yeah. It's pretty much just one of the gravity stones or whatever. All 6,000, I've just noticed. So we're actually going to head back to Church of Allah. Because I have my 6,000 now.
Always.
It's always a pleasure indeed, mate. Cool.
Goodbye.
So the Wet Blade Fragments, there are 2 of them there. They are very, very powerful. And so you can see all of the options we have. So we have Heavy, Keen, Quality, Magic, Magma, Fell, Bolt, Sacred, Night, Fire, Lightning, Blessed, Poison, Blood, Occult, Bestial, Gravitational, Rotten, Cursed, Cold, Sephoric, Frenzied, and that's all. But you can see sort of what they scale with and what their damage types are and what status effects they do. So if we, you know, we can look at Sephoric here, which is Int Faith, it does Magic and Fire, and does Sleep Build Up. Or Frenzied, which is Strength, Dex, Int, and Faith, and does Fire damage and Madness Build Up. So you can sort of see what they do, and it is pretty nice. So we could get Lightning if we want to do pure Dex. We could do Faith and grab Rotten. I'm not going to do Spellcasting as the thing though. I'm not the biggest fan of Spellcasting in base Elden Ring. So I feel like Faith might be a bit of a waste, but there are some pretty fun Faith weapons, but that's pretty good Dex weapons as well. So it's also Night, which is Dexterity Magic, and obviously Keen, which is Physical Dex. But these top 3 here are part of the Wet Blade and Stormveil, so I don't tend to go for those ones because they are a lot easier to get. Obviously, Lightning does require the one from Lane-Dell, so it is a lot later in the game. And a lot of stuff is weak to Lightning, so I'm actually going to grab Lightning. I don't know if I actually have something that can go on this and give me Lightning. Might be Storm Stomp, might be the only thing. Oh no, I can do Lightning with Gravitas. Interesting. Does reduce the dex scaling down to a C by the looks of it. Yeah, but it does give it a lot of good lightning damage. And Gravitas is pretty good, so actually we'll put Lightning on our Rapier. Awesome. Let's get back to the Seaside Ruins. Also, Lightning has the passive effect that you saw there of boosting our stamina recovery speed, which is really helpful for a Dex character. You see the Alabaster Lord, he does respawn, so if you need more of those magnetic things, you can get them. But we're just over here because there is crab. always make sure to mark your targets. Got the giant crab. And we've got some baby crabs down here, which we can also add into our codex. Awesome. I got the baby crabs. And that's it for this beach, except for one ruin, well, not ruin, one runic piece. There we go, that's what I was looking for, which is up here. Torrent is very fast and can be kind of annoying sometimes. There we go, runic piece, lovely. Hey mate. Oh god. Get me out of here. Right, let's go do the tutorial. Haligdrake Talisman for some holy res, which is pretty nice. Face the challenges of the Gilded Cave of Knowledge. Breathe tarnished, take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Okay. Sounds fun. I'm in. You can see you can always leave here if you want, even in adventure mode. So if you're not stuck down here if you do get stuck on a tutorial. So yeah, this can be a bit frustrating for some people because it is fixed. So it requires you to do a specific set of tasks to get through here. And if you don't do them specifically, it will not let you through. Yeah, the imp statues. Yep, talk to the statue. Yep, defeat the guardian. Hey, cracked pot. And a bunch of crafting materials. So yeah, I wonder what the task here is. Is it to craft? Oh, it is to craft. Nice. So also to craft a fire pot, which needs essential and blazing. Let's take 50 of those, and I guess we'll take 5 of those, and let's craft a pot. I pushed up to try and use it. God, we're still in that mindset. Broken straight sword, which I don't know why that's even there, but hey. What is this room? Find the hidden rune pieces. 1. Oh, pick it up. 2. And 3. Restoring FP, so unsuccessful attack, a small amount of FP are restored, and it sells the staff has heavy ranged attacks, which will do especially well, and they also have generator spells, which are also good at that. You can see our FP going up as we attack. There we go. You just have to hit on them for a while and it will let you through. This one here is about perfect attacks. So, performing an attack during a perfect attack window executes it faster and decreases its stamina cost. Perfect attack windows will not appear when mashing inputs. Wait for the right time to strike. So, yeah. You can also chain it with dodges and stuff like that, but... I have a bit of practice with this because it was in Eclipse, Kern's other mod that I've mentioned a few times in the past. And it was very key to doing well in that mod. If you could not execute it, you would do terribly. There we go. Just had to reset my timer there. I was getting a bit mashy. I like how there's a rune piece above the rune piece tutorial room. That's a nice touch. I will say Gilded Cave of Knowledge, it's like really, really cool that they turned the tutorial for the base game into a tutorial for the mod, and Ivy did a really good job in this area, gotta say. The cave beset by plunderers, coveting the gold, blind to knowledge, they'll serve for eternity, those wretches. But for you, perhaps another fate awaits, if you know how to grasp it, that is. Okay. This one here is all about fortunes, so... Because we've already got a fortune on, all we need to do is just take it off and then put it back on. There we go. Also, that mentioned that you can view tutorials at any time, so if you go to your inventory, you can see all your tutorials here, and it'll tell you all about things, so... Everything you'll need to know. Stealth. I'm not too sure why this is a tutorial, because stealth isn't all that useful in Reforged, in my opinion. Except for, like, early on. Okay, so he's going that way, he's going that way. Now we get the deflect tutorial. So we have the two different deflects. I haven't really explained them, but there is normal deflects and perfect deflects. This needs perfect deflects into guard counters. So you can see that bigger flash, that's a perfect one. Non-perfect one did nothing. I like how you're immortal during this as well, so you can really just... You're okay with this. If you've got a bit of a slow weapon, you might not be able to deflect in the middle of his combos, so you can always just wait until he goes through his entire combo. Oh, come on. Bit of an undignified end for Soldier of Godric. Yeah. So they're really emphasizing with that there that you can leave if you are struggling with this tutorial. If you are sitting here and struggling against this boss, you don't have to sit here and struggle against this boss. But he's not too bad. This is just about teaching you the 4 different ways to dodge. So it's teaching you first about jumping. So ground attacks can be jumped. It's letting you know. Really creative tutorial boss, I gotta say. Again, really good work on this from the Reforged team. So ducking, it replaces backstep, so you need to be standing still, can't even finger on a stick, and just tap B. You won't see me do this too often. It'll pretty much just be the only time I'll do it. I don't tend to find it easy to do personally, because I like to keep moving, so keep the finger off the stick is difficult for me. There we go. Next one is moving. So sometimes you don't even need to do anything. You can just move out of the way. And make sure you circle this guy and then hold backwards to walk away from him. Otherwise you might still get hit by it. So walk towards him and then hold back the stick. There we go. Next dude. Dodging. Very, very basic. Need to dodge these ones a little bit later than you might expect, because they do have a lot of tracking. Perfect, and now we get the final trial. Awesome. So this takes what we've learnt from those first 4 nights and combines it into one single night. And now that he's down below half, you'll start doing them a little bit faster. And regenning as well, so you really need to keep up with him. And the jump to finish it. It's gonna wiggle block, but I can't wiggle block. I can duck. There we go. Lovely. So we did get a rune piece for that, and 1,000 runes as well. So a small little thing to start with. And then up here we do have the statue of Godfrey with the Brave set. And behind the statue are the rune piece. There's quite a few rune pieces there. So the Brave set is a pretty decent armor set. It does strengthen raw arts, so, you know, always nice. It is the cut set from the base game that then got added in the DLC later. But obviously now it isn't the DLC, but this was here before the DLC was added, so it's here. So, yeah. Oh, we got the Screamers outside. But you got some armor, which is pretty good. Another nice thing about the Brave set, it is quite light. So if you do want to wear an armor set and still be able to have that nimble frame for that nice fast dodge, it's a good set for that. 100%. Okay. So yeah, that's the Gilded Cave of Knowledge done. Let's quickly head over to the Church of Allah, because I do want to upgrade my weapon, because I can. I completely forgot about it last time, so we can strengthen this up to the next level. Awesome. Only 2 more and we should be able to then purchase Smithing Stone once, from what I understand. So that is pretty nice. Awesome. 121 damage ain't half bad. Once we get the materials for this upgrade, then we can focus on upgrading the bow, which will be pretty nice. But I think for now, that's more than enough for this episode. We've finally got the tutorial done in part 4. Nice. I think that's me for recording for a while, so I'm not sure when I'll come back to it, but we'll see. I have to try and remember what I'm doing. Oh no. But yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.